takes a moment to click on here. Okay, we're ready when you are.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. We'll call to order this January 9th, 2025 meeting of the Hillsdale Borough Planning and Land Use Board. We'll begin with the open public meeting statement read by our Deputy Secretary, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act. The notice of this meeting was published in 2 newspapers according to law, and time and place of this meeting have been posted in a prominent location in Borough Hall. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And when you're ready, Tanya, we'll have a roll call. Oh, before, yeah. Okay, so we're going to do things a little different. We're going to do things in a different order tonight. First, we'll open the meeting to the public. Is there anyone from the public that has any issues or items to address this board other than anything on the agenda tonight? Seeing none, I'll close the meeting to the public. First, we'll re-swear in our members that are staying on this year. Administering the oath of office will be Mayor Scheinfeld. And first, we'll have Mr. Dan Friedman.
Oh, there you go.
You have your choice.
Have you guys ever seen the fire department's Bible? It is like 7 times the size of this, and they all want their daughter, their little 4-year-old daughter to hold it. It's crazy. All right, left hand here, right hand in the air.
He's good at this now.
The other right hand. Okay, if you repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Daniel Freeman,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will support the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and this state,
under the authority of the people.
and the authority of the people.
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office of the planning board,
perform all the duties of the office of the planning board,
class 4,
class 4,
for the 4-year term
the 4-year term,
ending December 31st, 2028,
ending December 31st, 2028,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
There you go. Congratulations.
And I'll just say, on behalf of the board, Daniel, thank you so much for continuing to volunteer. We really appreciate your thoughtfulness
Okay.
and your professionalism. Thank you. Dr.
We got 2 of us now.
Well, there's a few of us up here.
There's a few
A
more.
few tribe members.
Left hand right in the air. All right, Curly, you ready? I state your name.
I, Arthur Weinberg,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of
of
the State of New
the
Jersey,
State of New Jersey,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of
under
the
the
people.
authority of the people.
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of
of
the
the
office of
planning
planning board, there you go,
class 4
to the 4-year term
to the 4-year term
ending December 31st,
ending December 31st,
2028,
2028,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
And you know what? When I drove you over, I didn't see the 10, and now I'm ready.
Dr. Weinberg, when the mayor first introduced you, he said there's not a person that doesn't love Artie. So we really we appreciate your commitment and your hard work up here. We know that you're very thoughtful as well and committed. So thank you.
Welcome to the big leagues. I'm alternate to on the board.
For your commitment. We do have a new member, Mr. Stark Hip. He's alternate 1 who was not able to attend tonight. His wife's a nurse, and he just needed some time to adjust his schedule, so he'll be sworn in at our next meeting. Okay, so now we'll have our roll call.
Ms. Cates?
Yes.
Mr. Reardon? Secretary Raymond?
Here.
Mr. Alter?
Here.
Mr. Friedman?
Here.
Mr. Grieb?
Here.
Dr. Weinberg?
Here.
Council Liaison Chohemiuk?
Here.
Mayor Scheinfeld?
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. So we already opened to the public. At this time, we have a reorganization as part of the meeting. Hi, welcome.
It's open to the public, just as you came in, if you'd like to speak.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to open, we can open for you now. We can open up one more time later in the meeting if you'd like to address the board about anything tonight. Is there anything that you want to address the board about? You don't have to. If you're here to be here as a resident, that's fine too.
I'm interested in the Memorial Field.
Oh, okay. All right.
No,
So
you
I
can
think
certainly talk about
so.
that during the.
So we'll open the meeting to the public briefly now. Then, so please come up to the microphone. Well, you can come up at this point and address the board. So you don't have to sit and wait through the meeting and address later. So you just come up to the microphone here.
I'd rather wait till later.
You want to wait till later? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we'll, at this time, close the meeting to the public. We'll move on to our reorganization aspect of the meeting. And at this time, we have an election first for our chairperson. So the process there's a nomination, and then a second, and then a vote. So the floor is open for nominations.
I'd like to make a nomination. I nominate current chairwoman Meredith Cates for the chairperson. I think she's done an exceptional job and deserves another year. This is a hard job, and as a beginner, she did great. So I nominate her to maintain the chair.
Okay, do we have a second?
I second that.
Sorry, that was Mr.
No,
Raymond.
it's Mr. Raymond.
Okay, Ms. Cates?
I'm going to abstain.
Mr. Reardon?
Yes.
Secretary Raymond?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, actually, it'd be Mr. Raymond, because we haven't appointed you yet. I apologize. Mr. Alter?
Yes.
Mr. Friedman?
Yes.
Mr. Grieb?
Yes.
Dr. Weinberg?
Yes.
Council Liaison Chohemiuk?
Yes.
Sorry?
Yes.
And Mayor Scheinfeld?
Yes.
Motion's passed.
Thank you, everybody. Much appreciated. And been here maybe 12, 13 years, seen many iterations of this board. And it means a lot to chair this particular board of such professional and committed and really, really intelligent, caring people. So I really appreciate working with all of you. Thank you. We'll now move on to election of our vice chairperson.
I'd like to nominate Stephen Riordan.
Second.
Chairwoman Cates?
Yes.
Mr. Reardon?
Abstain.
Mr. Raymond?
Yes.
Mr. Alter?
Yes.
Mr. Friedman?
Yes.
Mr. Grieb?
Yes.
Dr. Weinberg?
Yes.
Council Liaison Chohemiuk?
Yes.
Mayor Scheinfeld?
Yes.
Thank
Motion's
you.
passed.
Thank you. I shall be the best vice chair I can throw. No, I'm growing on years here too, and it's crazy to say that I'm becoming one of the veterans of the board, and it's a good time. I appreciate all of you.
Yeah, and
Thank
you're very essential here. We all know that, and we appreciate you as well.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll now have the election of our secretary, board secretary.
I nominate Mr. Raymond for secretary.
Second.
Mr. Grieb? Chairwoman Cates?
Yes.
Vice Chair Reardon?
Yes.
Mr. Raymond?
Abstain.
Mr. Alter?
Yes.
Mr. Friedman?
Yes.
Mr. Grieb?
Yes.
Dr. Weinberg?
Yes.
Council Liaison Chohemiuk?
Yes.
And Mayor Scheinfeld?
I guess so, yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Yes.
Thank you, Scott.
Well, you bet.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Besides signing
every-
everything under the sun, we all know that you're the heart and so dogged and determined, and we appreciate everything you do up here.
I appreciate the kind words, and I appreciate the confidence the board has in me, and I appreciate working with such a fine bunch of residents. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to our invoices. First, we have CSG Law, 2 invoices for a total of $1,111. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Mr. Raymond,
Second.
Mr. Alter,
Chairwoman Cates,
Yes.
Vice Chair Reardon,
Yes.
Secretary Raymond,
Yes.
Mr. Alter,
Yes.
Mr. Friedman,
Yes.
Mr. Griep,
Yes.
Dr. Weinberg,
Yes.
Council Liaison Chohemuk,
Yes.
Mayor Scheinfeld.
Yes.
Thank you. Did we, when we did our roll call, did we mention our professionals? that
We
are
did
here?
not.
Okay, so we'll just introduce our professionals that are here tonight.
They have to be,
They're going to be sworn in too?
well, not sworn in, but they're appointed.
Yes, okay, so we'll do that later. Okay, so moving on to our meeting minutes, we have 2 sets of minutes, the first for December 19th, 2024, open. Please review, and someone who was in attendance, when you're ready, make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve?
Mr. Raymond,
Second.
Mr. Griep,
Chairwoman Cates,
yes.
Vice Chair Reardon,
Yes.
Secretary Raymond,
Yes.
Mr. Alter,
Yes.
Mr. Griep,
Yes.
Council Liaison Chohemuk,
Yes.
Mayor Scheinfeld.
Yes.
Motion's passed.
Thank you. And we'll move on now to the closed meeting minutes for December 19th, same evening. Please review, and when you're ready, I'll take a motion.
Motion.
Mr. Alter,
Second.
Mr. Griep.
Chairwoman Cates,
Yes.
Vice Chair Reardon,
Yes.
Secretary Raymond,
Yes.
Mr. Alter,
Yes.
Mr. Griep,
Yes.
Council Liaison Chohemuk,
Yes.
Mayor Scheinfeld.
Yes.
Motion's passed.
Thank you. Okay, so our next order of business is to appoint our planning board attorney. I just want to remind everyone that we can have a brief discussion if we need to about any of the positions before we make a motion to approve. If there are no questions or comments, we can just take a motion to approve a professional firm. Make a motion in a second. So would anyone like to discuss the planning board attorney position, or are we ready to make an appointment?
Happy to motion Mark Liebman at CSG.
I second
With occasional support.
Sorry, was that Mr. Raymond?
Yes.
Okay. Chairwoman Cates,
Yes.
Vice Chair Reardon,
Yes.
Secretary Raymond,
Yes.
Mr. Alter,
Yes.
Mr. Friedman,
Yes.
Mr. Griep,
Yes.
Dr. Weinberg,
Yes.
Council Liaison Chohemuk,
Yes.
Mayor Scheinfeld.
Yes.
Motion's passed.
Thank you, and we look forward to continuing a relationship with your firm.
You too, and I know on behalf of Mark, I know he really enjoys being on this board and appreciates all the professionals and all the members.
Excellent. Okay, next we have our appointment of our planning board attorney. I believe everybody received, engineer, I'm sorry, engineer. I believe everybody received the email with the updated bid specifications. So if there's no other conversation, we can take a motion for engineer.
Motion to approve, Chris Satile and Associates.
Okay, Mr. Raymond and Ed Alter.
Chairwoman Cates,
Yes.
Vice Chair Reardon,
Yes.
Secretary Raymond,
Yes.
Mr. Alter,
Yes.
Mr. Friedman,
Yes.
Mr. Griep,
Yes.
Dr. Weinberg,
Yes.
Council Liaison Chohemuk,
Yes.
Mayor Scheinfeld.
Yes.
Motion's passed.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's my 46th
I
year
was
with
going to
this board.
ask.
46 years on this board.
Things I should have known before.
I'm getting old. They kicked me out.
What are you going for, 50?
I would like to go to 50, yes. I'd like to get a half a decade on this board. I'd like to.
Half a century.
Thanks.
As long as
Thanks,
I can stand
Chris.
up and walk.
There's not a person who doesn't say, go to Chris Teal when you need to know something about Hillsdale,
I'm
so,
always glad to help anybody out that comes to us.
yeah, wonderful.
Well done.
Okay, moving on to appointment of planning board planner. Do I have a motion for our
I'd
firm?
like to make a motion to nominate Tom Behrens of Burgess Associates.
Mr. Alter, and second?
I'll second it.
Mr. Reardon.
I'm sorry,
Mr. Reardon with second.
Chairwoman Cates,
Yes.
Vice Chair Reardon,
Yes.
Secretary Raymond,
Yes.
Mr. Alter,
Yes.
Mr. Friedman,
Yes.
Mr. Griep,
Yes.
Dr. Weinberg,
Yes.
Council Liaison Chohemuk,
Yes.
Mayor Scheinfeld.
Yes.
Motion's passed.
Thank you, everyone. So at this time, I'm going to open the meeting to the public. If there's anyone from the public that would like to address the board tonight on any issues, now is the time to come before us. We have a very short meeting tonight. We're not hearing an application, so this would be the time to come before the board if you're here on any Hillsdale matter. Would either of you gentlemen like to address the board tonight? No? Just, if you would just come up to the mic. We have to swear you in. Yeah.
Michael Fronte, 57 Holdrum, Hillsdale.
Hello, Mr. Fronte.
How are you today?
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. Is there anything you could tell us about anything with Memorial Field? Is there any new developments? Obviously, that's why I'm here. I live across the street.
Okay. I'm actually going to turn this over to the mayor because the board that I know of has not, we don't have an application yet. We don't have any new information from the last time we spoke to you. So.
Yeah, it still hasn't even gone to the Fields Committee yet. The Fields Committee is going to be getting it. So that's the next step in the process. It will eventually be here, but there's still steps to go. And I would assume that probably we're talking about the spring, probably before it gets before the planning board, if I had to guess.
Okay.
But just keep checking the website because it'll tell you what's on the agendas.
Okay. Thank you so much. That's
Are there
all.
any
I don't
meetings
wanna-
that a resident can attend between now and the time it goes to the planning board? Is everything enclosed?
Well,
at this point?
there'll be mayor and council meetings, but as far as the Fields Committee meeting won't be open to the
Okay.
public. That's just a couple of council members and the BA.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Good. Thank you for your interest. We'll see you at another time. Anyone else from the public would like to address the board?
I have a follow-up question.
Sure, just, we need you to come to the mic because we're recording for the public, and we also need to know who you are, and so please give us your name and address.
Russell Griffey, 15 Hopper Street, also across the...
Okay, welcome, Mr. Griffey.
Across the road from Memorial Field. So what would the planning board, what would the function of the planning board be?
Yes, so we're going to have our attorney speak to this as well. This is what's called a capital improvement project. So the planning, and Chris, you can speak to this too. So the planning board's role is fairly limited. We're looking at only certain aspects of the application, the actual project. So our professionals can tell you a little more about that.
So with a capital improvement project, the board is really just reviewing what's being done. They really have no say as far as what is being done. It's just kind of like a courtesy review. So you come before the board, it's just a public meeting, and it's really a courtesy review. It's all done by right.
It's reviewed against the master plan.
Yes.
Right.
We have the town has a master plan, which you can download if you want. It's on the website. And in that master plan are all different types of elements. A transportation element, there's a Parks and Rec element, there's a housing element. All these different elements are required by law, and the board has fulfilled the obligation to have those elements in that. So the board's role is to say that this capital project, whatever it may be, a ball field, a new gymnasium, whatever, is consistent with that master plan. Whether the board, likes the project necessarily or not, that's not their role. The role is just simply, is it consistent? Is it in the master plan? Are we following, is the council following the job? It's like a check and balance. That's as far as the board really goes with it.
So the plan is finished by the time it comes to the board, so
Yes.
somebody really would have had to have screwed up if the planning board then voted it down.
No, it's happened here before. Yes.
For a
doesn't
600
happen
million
often.
project.
It can happen, yeah.
We also have the option of making recommendations
Yes.
and
Exactly.
suggestions
Yes. So,
back to the council. Whether they adhere to
Okay.
them or not
Yeah.
is another story, but if we see things we don't like, we can make suggestions and recommendations.
we're looking at high traffic,
Safety.
common good, safety, how the benefits to the community versus the detriments. That's really what we're looking at. And
Okay.
the council will receive our comments.
But they really are just recommendations, though. So the council gets to decide whether or not they want to listen to those recommendations, but they comments can be made, and that could be put in the record and then sent to the mayor and council.
I know the public's been steered a little to these meetings, and they said you'll have a chance to be heard at the planning board hearing. We will hear you, but the council they're the group that's, the committee, and then the council will be voting on the plans and deciding on the plans. So what you said is correct. We're sort of on the last step of the process.
But you could make recommendations.
We could.
Because the
We could.
council's not focusing on what you said, that that the plan would be consistent with?
With the master plan.
The master plan.
They may have
Right.
dropped that back in September, and it's your job to make sure it's consistent.
Absolutely.
I can go read the master plan somewhere?
Sure, it's right
Online.
online.
It's on the town website. You absolutely can, and you can be here when we're discussing it. We welcome that. We would like your input. The council has, though, the ultimate decision whether or not they integrate our comments. I know that we have a liaison and the mayor here, and the mayor's made a point of bringing back our comments and communicating them on other projects, so we would hope that that is part of the consideration in the end.
We have a time limit on it. We can't delay. We have to respond back to council within a statutory period.
Which is how long?
So it's 35
35
days.
days.
35 days.
Oh.
Unless the council grants an extension.
That seems like a goodly amount of time.
Sometimes it's difficult with the scheduling of meetings, yes.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, we appreciate your investment and your interest, so, thank you. At this time, I'll close the meeting to the public. Tanya, nothing else? Nothing with scheduling? So our next public hearing will be January 28th, 2025. We do have some applications scheduled for that evening. We'll swear in our newest member. Right here, Borough Hall Council Chambers. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Wait, before we do that, can I?
Oh, you have an update for us?
Well,
I
I'm going to give you an
apologize.
update on something.
Thank you.
Alexander Dry Cleaners. I announced this at the reorg meeting. We are going to finally get that cleaned up. DEP will be here in March, and they are going to remove the soil. And we anticipate that it will be in the state settled and repaired somewhere around June or July. And then I suspect that the owners will be coming to us at the planning board with whatever it is that comes next, whatever their plan is.
So there's a proposed project.
I think that the owner has something in mind.
Mike, if I can ask?
Yeah, of
Michael,
course.
is there any cost associated with this remediation?
Not for the town.
Nothing for the town at all?
No.
Okay, thank you.
So do you know whether the town is still receiving those updated, they're not, what is it, Scott, not the test
The
pits?
LSRP.
The plume, we've been following the plume of the migration of the toxic chemicals. Do you know whether the town's still getting those updates?
I'm not certain if they're getting it. I know that they were very engaged when it comes to making sure that the wells and the water samplings are still going to take place, and they're reviewing all that. So, but I don't know as far as what is being currently reported back.
Well, I'm sure you'll get a final report
Yes.
when they're finished, and
Does the current plume of contamination pass the property line into adjacent properties?
yes.
Yeah, it's extensive.
The EC's been monitoring this with concerns about wells and residents, and sort of, there's environmental scientists on the commission that have been following the plume, and we've had presentations in the past to the council about that.
Is there a time frame associated with starting in March?
No, I mean, they just said to me at the last conversation we had in December that they thought that they were a couple of months out, which meant that they technically could be here in February, but I'm giving them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt when you consider possibly government and frozen ground and pushing it out a month. They were telling me, oh, we'll be out of there by, March or April. And let's just say I'm cautiously pessimistic. I don't know what the term would be. It would be optimistic, but I don't
Hope for
think
the
it's.
best and expect the worst.
Yeah, there it is. That's why he's been here 46
So
years.
this isn't realist. So this isn't a year project. This is a month or so.
No,
project.
this is a couple of weeks to do the work, and then it's really, there's just as much time with the settlement of the new soil and as it will take for the work.
So I guess the way to get a 7-year project done is to have a proposal on the site.
Well, no comment. So
Okay, thank you for the update. Anything else we should know about?
that's it.
Okay, thank you. So if there are any other issues, any other items? Okay, so then I'll announce again, our next public hearing is January 28th, 2025, right here. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Thank you, Mayor Scheinfeld. Anyone second? Second. Thank you.